Hello there. This is going to be my last take of the video for real. I have been trying to do this for 3 days at this point, obviously, with lots of gaps. 3 days is very generous. I have spent like 15 minutes every day, you can say. But now I am done with this retaking of the first 3 seconds and I just want to start. So, like many teenagers, perhaps, I have wanted to make a YouTube channel for quite some time. I think it's been more than 6 years at this point. Since before COVID, I've had ideas, lots of ideas like book reviews, sharing my art, making comedy, or like sharing information digests and things like that. But I never quite got around to actually making the channel because well, there's no concrete reason. You can just say I was busy with studies, but that's just an excuse. Several people have made channels even with studies or work. But I never actually did it. I know the main reason it's perfectionism. I wanted it to be perfect. If, for example, if you make, if you choose a name for your channel, you can change the name later on, but you can't change your Gmail ID, right? You can't change the email you make for that channel related purposes. My god, what's happened to my English? Something as minute as that has held me back. But 3 days ago, 3 nights ago, I suppose, I randomly got this strong surge of motivation to just do it, to just start, and here I am. And now I'm gonna be posting here. Maybe I should introduce myself first. I am. Should I say my name on the internet? I guess it doesn't matter. I am Adrija. I am in my first semester of college. Well, I was in my first semester of college. It just ended yesterday. Yesterday was my last end term exam. I'm gonna be going home in a few days. And yeah, college has been an amazing experience so far. I love it. Um, I have, excuse me, I have a cold. I have several interests, and you can say I am having a creative. What's happening? I haven't created anything in a long time, like several years. Like many children, I used to draw, but I didn't take a proper interest in it. Then around COVID, I got to know about Wattpad, and I started writing a bit, but I haven't quite finished a single long form project. I have finished a few one shots maybe of fan fiction, but I want to work on my actual novel and stuff now. And I want to learn. I want to learn a lot of things. I have interest in history, philosophy, technology, space, mythology, religion, culture, so many things, computer coding, and yeah. But for many years, I haven't been able to properly take part in my hobbies because of high school exams and then competitive exams. I had to take a drop year, which I really regret because nothing came out of it. And I actually finished school at an earlier age than most, so I kind of lost that advantage because 1 year was wasted. But yeah, I am ready to start afresh. That's why I love college, one of the reasons. Anyway, so creativity, I have been trying to write, and I have been trying to draw, and I have been trying to learn several skills. But the thing is, I'm not consistent with any of them. So it feels like I haven't made proper progress in any personal project for years at this point. And because of all this college work, I after joining college, I haven't even touched my novel at all. But now I know I'm rambling a bit, but I am tired of doing retakes. I'm just gonna post this now. I have taken too many retakes, and so like I said, I got a surge of motivation to just do it, and now I just wanted to start. And I realized that I did have a name. A few months ago, I made a personal Notion page, Notion dashboard for my life, and I picked the phrase ad meliora ex nihilo. I am not sure if that's the right pronunciation, but that's how I say it. So what does that mean? This video is basically an introduction to myself and this channel. Most probably, I know no one is gonna watch this. The entire point of this channel for now is to let me explore, let me try out different types of videos. Number one, like explore different kinds of content creation. I can now, so there is going to be no particular focus to this channel. I can do literature reviews, like I said, or I can share my art, or I can number two, share my thoughts. I have a lot of opinions, like everyone does, but I feel like, I mean, sure, I can talk about them to friends, but it's I don't think I've found many friends who would like to debate and discuss yet. And I just want to share certain thoughts on various topics to the internet, so that even if no one watches, it brings me to, oh my god, how am I speaking? I know it's a lot of rambling. So number 3 is improving my public speaking. I think my English is decent, even though I am stammering a bit now. Um, even if my grammar is correct, my way the way I express myself, it needs some improvement, because as you can see, I'm rambling a lot and keep going off topic, and I forget things in the midst of saying them, etc. And of course, this needs practice. So to practice this, either I'd have to speak, and this is another way of speaking. So it's, you can kind of say this is like a personal journal of sorts, except that it's public. And if someday somehow this blows up and I get a community, well, also better. I get to have people to discuss with. Maybe if I get thoughtful subscribers, I suppose. But for now, this is not for growth. This is for documenting my personal growth and stuff I'll explore. Like, I'll be sharing things here. Let me start over again, not from the beginning at this point. I'm going to be sharing all sorts of things here, starting from my opinions on topics, and the things I learn, and personal milestones or experiences. Sometimes I get into this sort of mood where I'm like, I think a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of overthinkers out there, yeah, I know. But the thing is, I don't know how other people think. Like, my thoughts, they are like fractals. I like to describe them as fractals. I'll start with one topic and I'll think a bit about it, and then it'll branch further into subtopics. And I'll pick one of those subtopics and I'll go there, and it'll branch further. It gets to the point where sometimes I forget what the original point I was thinking about. So I wonder about people's thought patterns, and I wonder about a lot of things. Of course, everyone does. Why am I repeating so many phrases? But like I said, I'm not going to retake this. I'm done retaking. Hmm. Other than that, what else did I want to do with this? Yeah, if I stick with this project, I hope to look back in 5 years and be like, oh, that's how I was in 2025. That's just a big dream. If I stick to it, it'll be cool to see how far I've come. But for now, it's just an imagination. Now, let me just, 1 second. Yes. College is a point in time where it's like a chapter of life where we start to no, we already start to explore ourselves in school, but our personality kind of starts to set in. Now, me, I haven't really explored much in school. Like, I stuck to academics and basic things like oration, sometimes writing, like essay competitions and stuff. So I didn't really do anything crazy or interesting. I tried dancing once, stuck to it for a few months, then we transferred. So yeah, I am not a dancer. I like more intellectual pursuits, I guess. Dancing is amazing, but I just haven't tried anything physical much. So college, like I said, is a time where we explore and our personality begins to set in. So I am currently exploring myself and I'm figuring out who I am. So I would like to share those updates as well. It's like a time capsule. Like, if I look back at my journal entries from the beginning of the semester, it will be quite different from me now. Not quite different, but I have learned some things. Like, you know how when you logically know some things, but you don't exactly realize them, they don't click until you experience them for yourself. Yeah, some of that has happened. So maybe I would talk, will talk about that as well. And what else? Hmm. So yeah, one reason that I might have gotten that burst of motivation is because I my feed has received some student blogs these days, and I was inspired by them, frankly. And it was interesting as well. They shared study resources as well as the like life updates. I would like to do something like that. I'm repeating myself too often. I have repeated this statement itself at least twice now, I think thrice. So yeah, let me just recap for myself. I know this video is pretty much for myself. No one is gonna watch it right now, but so the purpose of this channel is, number one, I wish to practice speaking, voice modulation, pitch, tone, etc. Those are all stuff I will work on, but not right now. Right now, I just want to eliminate filler words and stop repetitiveness and express myself more concisely. Then number two, I have a lot of thoughts. I want to share them. Because I don't share them, they stay stored up inside. And if anyone in my real life circle asks anything about it, I like burst forth and over explain things. So this will be an outlet. Then this is like a video journal, like I said, a time capsule for myself, except that it's public and people can watch me grow if you're interested in that. I am obsessed with recording things. Like, I'm obsessed with tracking myself, so I set up these elaborate habit trackers and stuff, which obviously fall apart in a few days. But this will be another tracking. I can watch my face change, I guess, if I stick to it long enough. This gives me a project to look back on and see the progress. I really struggle with consistency, like I said, and nowadays I struggle with self worth as well, because in college I have met many people with many achievements. In school, I was just certain that yeah, I know I'm going to top my class because there was little competition. In the it has started since I started preparing for the competitive exams, which are JEE. I am not gonna mention that word again. Ugh. Anyway, so ever since the competition has increased, especially in college now that I've seen many people with many achievements, or so they claim, and I believe them, uh, I have begun to think that I have pretty much no achievements to my name. Really, like, my academics have been good, but just that good. They could have been better. And academics is the only thing I focused on, so it's not like I have any other things to show. I can type a bit faster than the average person, maybe stuff like that. So this will give me a project to look back on, and I'll be able to see that, look, you have all these thoughts, you are adding something to the world. So that's another reason I'm starting this. Oh my god, this video, I'm actually doing this. Feels good, feels good. And I can also practice skills such as video editing if someday I decide to make some other kind of content. Right now, I suppose it'll just be video journals. I am free for a few days, so I might be posting a bit frequently now. And what else? Hmm. And I also like to take random videos of things that make me happy, so that might show up. And yeah, that's the point of this channel. And I am just someone who is interested in learning and growing, so stay tuned to find out, I suppose. I will not overburden this video by saying anything else. I have introduced myself, I have introduced this channel, and I have repeated the words thousands of times. Why can't I access a word when I need it? Like, I know the word. I know that I know the word, but I can't find it when I need it. But okay, I'll improve. And thank you for watching. If you have watched, have a good day. Now let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah.